Hi everyone, this is my first clip that is intended to be linguistics, my major. Actually, recently I have received two emails from one of the respected journals, Language Sciences. It is one of the Springle editorial system. They asked me to review a paper which is on the social factors contributing to the it is about the reasons behind the students' poor speaking skills. Yes, English speaking skills. And it is like in applied linguistics, or rather in ELE, English language education. So what I'm trying to indicate or to explain in this short clip is that linguistics is not all about learning the four skills needed to learn a language: writing, speaking, listening, and reading. Okay, yes. So linguistics is defined as a scientific, remember, of the language system, not the functional, not the practical, that is something else. So linguistics is the scientific study of the language system. So here we studied like the system of syntax, where we study structure, and we have phonology, where we study the sound system. We have morphology, where we study forms, and we have semantics, where we study meaning. In a linguistic research, there is probably a linguistic phenomenon or linguistic behavior that needs to be defined and redefined. So here you have to argue and provide evidence. And when it comes to evidence, it is better be from one or from more than one or two languages. Yeah. So scientific study, we study phenomena, we study linguistic behaviors, like for example grammaticalization. Why is it that in some languages, or how it is that in some languages, some verbs which used to be main verbs evolves, or rather weakens? Some main verbs evolve, or rather weaken, to become like functional verbs. So instead of like having a content, semantic content, or playing a role of a meaning verb in the sentence, they become like auxiliaries, modal verbs. So this is a linguistic phenomenon, or a linguistic behavior that needs to be studied, defined, and redefined within the parameters of the universal norms. So it is not simply like, for example, grammaticalization is a linguistic phenomenon in Arabic or in Bantu languages. So it is enough I have to provide evidence from Arabic or Bantu. We have to look at it from or within the framework of universal grammar, or within the framework of the universal norms. So if I study linguistics, doesn't mean that I am doing something in English. No, I am looking at a certain or a given behavior, a given linguistic phenomenon in Arabic, for example, and I have to define this phenomenon, and I have also to provide an argument, support my argument with examples, with evidence, and this evidence must be supported by bringing or by drawing on other languages. It is not okay to, for example, to have examples from the language I am studying. I have to also look at this phenomenon, this linguistic behavior in other languages, and see whether they are the same, or then you can decide whether the phenomenon or the linguistic behavior in your language is the rule or the exception. So that is for today. This is my first educating or learning or teaching video, and I hope that I can make more, and I wish this can help you in your understanding of linguistics. And by the way, if you want to study, go for the four skills needed to learn a language, then you have to go. There is another area which is called teaching English or learning English as a second language. There you can, you will be offered courses to study the four skills and how to teach the four skills: speaking, writing, reading, and listening. Thank you.